Sir, you should know. General Vander contacted me. Said he'd talk it over with the brass and finagled a way to get me back on Ord Mantell. Offered me my old post, a promotion to command of their operations there. Pretty sweet deal overall.
I hope you turned him down. You're a part of Havoc Squad now.
You think I'd head back to some backwater planet like Ord Mantell? Fact is, I've been hitting the Empire harder than ever since I joined Havoc Squad. I didn't enlist to win medals or promotions. I enlisted to protect the Republic, to prove my people have a place here.
Glad you're finally warming up to your assignment.
It's growing on me.
We already lost one home to the Mandalorians. I'm not about to let the Empire take another.
Lieutenant, this is General Garza. I see that you've touched down on Nar Shaddaa. Before we begin your briefing, I want to make something clear. The situation on Nar Shaddaa is very delicate. This moon belongs to the Hutt cartel, who take their neutrality very seriously. The Republic cannot afford any incidents.
What exactly should I be avoiding here, sir?
Imperial personnel operate just as freely on Nar Shaddaa as we do. You cannot be caught taking action against them. Now, your mission. An experimental Republic war droid has gone rogue, committing a series of seemingly random attacks across Nar Shaddaa. The droid's designation is M14X, and it is my belief that this droid is acting under orders from Harren Tavis.
Do we know anything about the war droid's capabilities?
The droid is a highly advanced prototype, one that was being developed to serve in Havoc Squad. The project was supposed to have been cancelled, but it would seem Tavis simply shifted the development elsewhere, most likely his allies in the Sith Empire.
What are my orders, General?
This war droid's rampage must be stopped before it's linked with the Republic. An agent of the Strategic Information Service will be assisting you. Officially, you're providing military support to an SIS operation. Do not divulge Tavis's defection, or the droid's connection to it.
That's going to make this interesting.
We deal with our own problems, Lieutenant. The last thing we need is for the SIS to get involved. Be careful, Lieutenant. If this war droid is even half as dangerous as its original designers had estimated, you'll have your work cut out for you. Garza out.
Ah, there you are. Go ahead, take a seat, and keep your voice down. I didn't come here to play your little spy games. If you say so. Hope you like the cantina. It's not one of my favorites, but it is conveniently located. There's a vault not far from here. It's a merc operation. Holds valuables for anybody with the credits to pay. Our mutual friend is about to pay them a visit. We have a welcome party arranged? Not exactly. No. A group of paramilitary types always shows up on the scene before the droid's attacks. We've already spotted them casing the vault. You could head in now, but I don't want to scare them off. We wouldn't want the guest of honor to skip the party, would we? It would be bad if our party was ruined. Definitely bad. I have people with eyes on the vault. Once they spot our target, we'll get the party started. So, Havoc Squad, huh? Pretty nice of Garza to loan us her very best. Excuse me.
Jonas, I just wanted to let you know I made it to Ithor safe and sound.
That's great. I'll talk to you later then. That's our cue. The target is in the vault. Are you ready to move out? Let's get this party started. Take care of the droid, and we'll have you on your way within the hour. Nice and tidy. Good luck. We'll have our eyes on you.
We're wasting time. There's an entire galaxy full of depraved lunatics plotting against our great republic, and we're busy rummaging for valuables.
Be patient, 4X. Black Ops are cheap. Commander Tavis needs us to be resourceful.
But I've been operational for days now. Imperial vermin across the galaxy should be cursing the Republic ingenuity that created me.
You know you're not actually serving the Republic here, right?
Contact armed subject.
Engage and terminate.
Negative. Subjects confirmed as Republic Army personnel. Fellow heroes in our war on evil and oppression.
Great. Look, this is a top-secret mission. Commander Tavis sent us himself. Does Havoc Squad Commander Tavis mean anything to you?
Not interested. Drop those weapons, or you're all dead.
Forex, secure the package and follow me. The rest of you, gun this scum down and rendezvous with us at Objective 7.
Negative. What you suggest is an act of betrayal. A murder of fellow...
M1 Forex, override code 558. Secure the objective and follow me now.
Sir, yes, sir.
I'm your commanding officer. Ignore this man's orders.
Negative. Override code condition 558. Obey only orders given by Commander Heron Tavis, or personnel designated by same.
Let's go! Move! Move! Open fire!
Well, that was interesting, wasn't it?
Any idea where the droid went?
We've got a pretty solid lead. Our tap on the vault cams wasn't perfect, but the droid's crew looked like they were packing Republic heat, all standard issue. We didn't have audio, though. Any luck finding out who we're dealing with?
They were Republic Special Forces soldiers who have defected to the Empire alongside Heron Tavis.
Defections in Spec Force? That's news. Big news. Any particular reason SIS isn't in the loop on this?
It's a Spec Force problem. No reason to drag other departments into it.
Defections are a threat to the whole Republic. The SIS could help. But we'll talk later. Our new traitor friends have holed up in an abandoned arms factory in the Red Light Sector. I have a team setting up shop in a warehouse not far from the arms factory. Meet up with us there.
We need to wrap this up before things get any worse.
Keep your eyes open. The Red Light Sector isn't exactly the safest place in the galaxy. See you soon.
Hey there! Welcome to Balker Interior Refurbishment Incorporated. Be sure you review the new employee manual.
Giving up the spy business?
Thought I'd like a less conspicuous career than Republic Intelligence Team Leader. Although, I will miss the benefits. I've got bad news. The droid and his friend gave us the slip just after you and I spoke on the holo. They jumped into an access tunnel and blew it behind themselves. Tracking them down again is going to take time.
You're all totally useless.
Too bad you're stuck with us. If these men are traitors, then they'll have Imperial supervisors. We just need to find out where. I'll bet these guys would call for help if you shot up their arms factory. Then we trace that call straight to whoever's really in charge.
I'll try not to clear the place out before anyone manages to hit the alarm.
Try to restrain yourself, just this once, for the good of the mission. First things first, you'll need to plant these signal trackers around the arms factory so that we can trace the distress call. Then, you kick down the door and do what you do best, while we see who gets a call. Sound like a plan?
Do we move to a new location afterward?
We'll be waiting for you here when the party's over. Have fun.
Dobeida nakta chuna. Mi bonua twipe dite bok baktra onawanga.
Is something wrong?
Neompe botmalia bedwana nibobo. Che chopa guma. Va fapa. Giowonta hompa muli. Ra bampaula. Kipona male tota ad mishka kabanotasema.
You're all totally useless.
Inachu. Kasa kuya maya. Kiko obo kili. Otabunki donko. Pataga wata. Jetanka iliska chananga. Bumpa kambokni. Yasado ponyo liz die oto se gata domuti. Isa poda nopa chonki fagutaji. Oto vokise. So bala wa unikupa. Tomti tak makichisa.
Now, was that fun, or was that fun?
The operation certainly catered to the Lieutenant's specialities, at least.
It was quite a performance, and if our signal trackers are accurate, you pulled in a very interesting audience.
I didn't think this op would bring in anything but posthumous decorations.
Guess you'll have to wait a little longer for that highly decorated coffin. The alarm signal from the arms factory led to a surprising place, a penthouse at the Club Vertica Casino. The slicers tell me that the computer systems at the other end of the alarm signal were definitely Imperial. Apparently, our friends are overseeing this operation in style.
I'll breach the casino penthouse and eliminate all Imperials present.
Whoa, not so fast. Club Vertica is an extremely public place. We have to get you through the casino and up to the penthouse without any bloodshed. That's where my friend Niall Piv comes in. Niall's our top slicer here. He'll make sure nobody hassles you on the way to the penthouse.
Nice to know I'm worthy of your top talent.
Spec Force gave us their best, so it's the least we can do. Club Vertica has a safe list, a list of people allowed to go in and out of the penthouse at any time. It's Niall's job to get you added to that safe list, but he needs your help.
Yes, Club Vertica's systems are highly secured. The only way to add you to the safe list is from inside the system.
There's a substation down in the lower industrial sector. It belongs to the casino, so its computers are tied into the casino systems. We need you to get Niall inside.
What kind of opposition should I expect?
Security for the substation is heavy. The casino's contracted some of the priciest mercenaries around. Good luck to you.
Just keep me covered and I'll take care of everything for you. Okay, let's see here. Good. Okay, perfect. The primary access protocol is bypassed. Now we just need to start with some priority data changes to cover our real moves.
You can't stay long, Niall. Finish as quickly as you can.
Huh? Yeah, I'm going as fast as I can, don't worry. I'm just making a few system changes before I add you to the safe list, which should keep their technicians distracted from what we're really doing. Daily income reports, year-by-year earning estimates, VIP profiles.
Sir, incoming hostiles.
Bosca, agua bosca, puño.
Okay, there, that should do it. That should do nicely.
You got me on that safe list pretty fast, Niall.
Huh? No, I'm not finished. That was just the fund transfer. I just moved some credits around so it would look like someone skimmed the casino's accounts, so no one would check the safe list.
Sir, more hostiles incoming.
I'm adding you to the safe list now. Just a little longer.
If you don't get this done now, I'll shoot you myself, Niall.
Agua bosca, puño! Bosca!
Done. It's done. Let's get out of here.
Move!
All right. I can make it. I can make it from here. Whew. Thank you. Thanks for covering me. You really are the best.
I'm glad to have that over with.
Yeah, me too. You better head for Club Vertica, up in the promenade. I'll let Jonas know everything went okay. And after that, I'm taking a week off. I'll see you around. Good luck.
Hey there, soldier. Niall just made it back and told me how much heat you took on covering for him. You two did great. You're on the safe list, our tracks are covered, and I've even tapped into all of the casino security cams. I'll be able to keep an eye on everything, make sure nobody gets the drop on you.
My armor has a camera built in for this kind of thing.
The imps have slicers on Nar Shaddaa too. Using your armor cam would just give them lots of chances to crack it. You're walking into a hell of a situation here, Lieutenant. Questioning the imps about the droid is one thing, but if this comes down to shooting, the Republic can't afford that risk.
If anyone starts trouble, it won't be me.
That's all we can ask of you. Alright, I won't hold you any longer. Get up to that penthouse and get us some answers. And don't get yourself killed doing it. Jonas out.
Sir! Intruders! Possible. Throw down your weapons, Republic scum. You have no idea what you've done breaking in here.
I'm sorry. The guy at the front desk must have made a mistake.
You're caught. Don't even try to talk your way out of it. Final warning. Drop your weapons and surrender, now.
If I wanted you dead, I would have just slagged the whole casino. This is a social visit.
This visit is over. Subdue the intruders, men. Use whatever forces...
Zardris, this is Andrik. We got the last package and we're heading for Oh, this is too much.
Shut up, Andrik. Can't you see we have a situation here?
You're just in time to watch me kill your new pals, Andrik.
Have fun dying, Zardris. At least I'll have time to double our patrols while you and your men are being slaughtered.
What? Don't be ridiculous! We'll have this situation dealt with in mere moments!
In mere moments you'll be dead, and the situation will be headed my way. Nice knowing you.
That treacherous, disrespectful...
Doesn't sound like Andric cares about the Empire at all. Why protect him?
Andric may be scum, but his droid's activities are useful to the Empire. I cannot allow you to impede their work.
Neither of us wants to start a war. Just tell me what I need to know.
The Imperial military does not negotiate. Guards, open fire!
We need to move fast. If you aren't gone from there soon, we're going to have a very hard time cleaning up what's happened. We're going to have to cancel whole operations to bankroll this cover-up. Can't believe those dumb imps started shooting.
I don't know how you could have thought that situation would end without a fight.
We had them caught. I didn't think they'd want to risk causing a situation any more than we would. Clearly that was a mistake. Power up that computer bank. We shouldn't have trouble slicing in, now that nobody's alive to notice. Let's see where our missing droid's gone.
Why don't I rummage through the imps' uniforms for clues while I'm at it?
If it'll give you something to do besides complain, go for it. Let's see now. There we go. M14X is in Shadowtown. That's where the Empire keeps prisoners that are too useful to execute or enslave, particularly scientists. Those scientists have figured out how to supercharge the war droid's power core with some kind of rare alien tech. If you don't stop them, M14X will become invincible.
I'll get that droid put down ASAP.
I won't hold you up anymore. Get to Shadowtown and stop this thing so we can all go home. Good luck. Jonas out.
So here you are, a little later than I was expecting, to be honest. Did it really take you that long to wipe out Zardries and his men? Maybe you're not as good as I thought you were.
Sorry. There's just so much to see and do on Nar Shaddaa.
Idiot. If you'd have gotten here sooner, you might have actually had a chance. You make me sick. You killed good men, fellow soldiers, all because some scumbag on Coruscant said they were traitors? Your loyalties are all wrong. When you're bleeding out in a trench on some muckball planet, it ain't High Command that pulls you out. It's the guy next to you.
It wasn't High Command that ambushed me on Ord Mantell. It was the guy next to me, Tavis.
Tavis probably saw what I see. A worthless, brainwashed slave. Not worth keeping around.
Treacherous vermin. I have completed the charging process. All systems operable.
Sounds like your time's up, Lieutenant. Have any last...
Lieutenant, you made it! I knew this imp-loving scum could never escape the sure justice of the Republic for long.
At least now you know whose side you've been working for.
Yes. Without your timely intervention, I might never have realized the truth. Unfortunately, I am still bound by my programming to obey Captain Andric. The coward has naturally ordered me to kill you. To be used this way against the finest agents of my beloved Republic shames me. Oh, I wish I had never been activated.
If you know that your orders are treasonous, why do you have to follow them?
It is in my programming. The Republic's brilliant scientists clearly had no reason to expect such sedition.
Enough chatter. It's time to finish this.
Lieutenant, be advised that your weapon will require several decades of sustained fire in order to penetrate my shields at their current charge. Seeing as Republic Spec Force training is the best in the galaxy, I'm confident you'll find an alternative solution for my destruction. Good luck.
Don't worry, Forex. You won't have to put up with this much longer.
That's a great relief, Lieutenant.
Enough! Open fire!
Lieutenant, I'm with the SIS. What is your status? Do you require medical attention?
Backup is pretty useless now. The fighting's over.
Yes, I can see that. This place looks like a war zone. We're here to clean up the mess, make sure there's nothing useful to be recovered. Nice work, by the way. Jonas is waiting for you inside the Republic Embassy, up on the promenade. He asked that you meet him there for a debriefing.
I'll head for the embassy right away.
Glad I got a chance to meet you, Lieutenant. And again, nice work. Sweepers, fan out! Standard grid formation.
Which is why you shouldn't have tried to hide this from us. How can the SIS do its job if you lie to us?
You are in no position to demand anything from me, Agent Balker. I will conduct Special Forces affairs as I see fit.
Treason? Mass defection? You're covering up a threat to the entire Republic.
I'm back. The operation was a success.
Yes, the operation. That's just what we were discussing.
What were you thinking, Lieutenant? I gave you specific orders, and you ignored them.
Not everyone can deceive their allies, General. Some people actually have standards.
Telling you about the defection had no impact on the operation.
Showing a modicum of respect for people outside Spec Force counts for something, I think.
This discussion is over. Lieutenant, contact me on your ship's holo when everything with M14X has been settled. Garza out.
I don't know how you work with that woman. The job got done, and it was no small feat. You've definitely earned your reward.
What kind of reward are we talking about here?
Republic war droid M14X is to be repaired and direct control transferred to Havoc Squad's current commanding officer immediately. Want to go meet the newest member of your squad, Lieutenant?
Absolutely, Jonas.
Come on, follow me.
All right, that should wrap things up. Activating now.
Diagnostics complete. All systems operational. Unit M14X reporting for duty.
Welcome to Havoc Squad, M14X.
Lieutenant, I'm very pleased to see you again. Your work in disabling me was incredible. Republic soldiers obviously are the best in the galaxy. It will be an honor to fight alongside such an exceptional servant of the Republic. Together we shall crush the mindless hedonist of the Sith Empire.
I'm glad to have you back on our side, 4X.
It is a pleasure to return to the service of freedom and democracy, sir.
It's been a pleasure working with you, Lieutenant. Hopefully the next time we meet will be under more honest circumstances.
We make a good team, Belger.
I don't know. After the swath of destruction we burned across Nar Shaddaa, it might be better for the galaxy if we don't work together again. See you around, Lieutenant.
Ah, Lieutenant. There you are. Do I need to reiterate my disappointment in your decision to intentionally disobey orders and reveal the Spec Force defections to the SIS? Or has that been made suitably clear?
Clear, General. It won't happen again.
I'm glad to hear it. As for the mission itself, I'm satisfied. You've stopped Tavis's plans for the M14X and returned a valuable asset to Republic service. Well done.
Until I have Tavis in my sights, I won't be satisfied.
Neither will I, Lieutenant. But that's only a matter of time. Of course, you did almost plunge the entire galaxy into a war just to accomplish this mission. Please try to avoid that sort of thing in the future.
I'll try to be more careful from now on.
Now, I've just received some intelligence that I want Havoc to act on immediately. It's Tavis. He and a team of commandos just raided a Republic research center on Kalaran and stole a prototype cloaking device. But the prototype contains a tracking beacon. We now know the exact location of Tavis's ship. This is it, Lieutenant.
I can move on Tavis's position immediately, General.
Tavis's ship is currently sitting alone in an empty sector of space, most likely waiting to rendezvous with a larger vessel. You have to get there before that happens, Lieutenant.
When I hear lone ship and empty space, I think trap.
We'll deal with that situation if it occurs, but we have to take this chance. This is Harren Tavis himself, Lieutenant. Succeed here, and everything else becomes an afterthought.
I won't fail.
That's why I'm sending you. Be sure to secure the prototype cloaking device after you've dealt with Tavis. If it fell into the Empire's hands, it could be disastrous. I'm transmitting the coordinates to you now. Effect entry to Tavis's ship, then do whatever is necessary to neutralize him and retrieve the prototype. Good hunting. Garza out.
Sir, it is a tremendous pleasure to be here aboard your ship. And what a ship it is. A BT-7, if I'm not mistaken. One of the Pollard designs. A very fine vessel, appropriate for the Republic's best. We will ride this Durasteel Eagle into the heart of the Empire and bring our fight for freedom to the door of the Emperor himself.
You'll make a great addition to Havoc.
I'm proud to know that you feel that way. I have loaded all pertinent data. Let us proceed with our noble duty.
Sir, I feel I owe you an apology. After we spoke with Captain Kaylor, I was unnecessarily curt with you. You've been very supportive. That hasn't always been the case with Republic personnel I've dealt with since defecting.
I wouldn't be much of a CEO if I didn't watch out for my people.
It's greatly appreciated, sir. People distrust me as soon as I speak. They only hear my accent. Even when I'm not a potential spy, I'm a resource. Endless questions about Imperial culture, personnel, military procedures. It's exhausting.
You're a good soldier, Dorn. Don't worry about what other people expect.
Thank you, sir. I really don't complain by nature. Mistrust and inconvenience are a small price to pay for a clear conscience. I don't regret defecting to the Republic at all. Despite my past, I was allowed to join the military, earn commendations and serve in the Republic's most elite squad. I'm very fortunate.
What led you to defect in the first place?
We should talk about it later, sir. I've occupied enough of your time.
Bad news, sir. I just received a dispatch from Command. It's my old sniper squad, the Deadeyes. They've been captured. Happened during a routine officer hunt. Somehow the imps got the drop on them and rounded up the entire unit. Careless.
How long have the Deadeyes been in Imperial custody?
Weeks. More than enough time to be marched in front of a firing squad. Look, something about this doesn't sit right with me. The Deadeyes' area of operation was on Nar Shaddaa. That's Hutt territory. Neutral ground. They shouldn't have had any business operating there.
You think there's more going on here?
Can't say yet. I need to know what happened to the Deadeyes, and if they're still alive. Missions on Nar Shaddaa are usually greenlit by the SIS. With your permission, I'd like to meet with them, see what they know.
Get a hold of Jonas Balker. He may be able to help us.
Your call. We'll rendezvous at the dive he hangs out in. With any luck, he'll have something for us.
You're early. Haven't even had time to order us up a round. So, how's that 4X unit treating you? Racking up plenty of kills, I hope.
The Deadeyes. Balker, what do you know?
He's right. We didn't come for small talk.
Fair enough. I dug up what info I could, but frankly, there isn't much to report. Far as I can tell, the Deadeyes tried to off some Imperial big shot. Things went south, and they got themselves captured.
What's the Republic doing to get the Deadeyes back?
Unfortunately, nothing. We're on the verge of an incident. The Imperials are out for blood, so the Republic is distancing itself from the operation. I shouldn't even be talking to you about all this. Those boys are on their own.
These are Republic soldiers, sir. Good men. All of them.
If the Republic won't do anything, then Havoc Squad will.
Look, I know this stinks, but my hands are tied on this one. I've got major players breathing down my neck. Otherwise, I'd tell you to investigate that prison the Imperials set up in Shadowtown.
The Imperials have a facility besides the normal Shadowtown areas?
Keep it down. This isn't your usual cantina gossip. Now, rumor has it, and I'm just talking here, that the Imperials built themselves a makeshift prison not too far from here. That's where they dump any local riffraff that get out of line. Could be they took the Deadeyes there.
It's a start. We'll look into it.
The less I know, the better. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got an alibi to work on. Remember, this meeting never happened.
Sir, I wondered if I might ask a personal question about the former Havoc Squad member's defection. What was it like to have your commander and comrades join the enemy? How did you feel?
I would have torn them apart with my bare hands if I could have.
An understandable reaction. I've always wondered how my family took the news of my defection. It must have been difficult for them to understand.
Your family is still in the Empire?
Oh yes. The Dorns are very proud of their history within the Empire. Members of the Dorn family have served with distinction in the Imperial military for generations. It's an important family tradition. It isn't easy to reach prominence in the Empire with no aptitude for the Force, but my family did it. I hope they're all still well.
You betrayed the Empire. Your family probably paid the consequences for it.
I'm sure they suffer under surveillance now, just as I do. But I doubt anyone was executed. The Empire may be a harsh place, but it's rarely as irrational as you assume.
No sign of them here. Bulker must have sent us on a wild... Wait. I may have something. It's an outgoing holo message. Recent.
This is Captain Titch, confirming the details for outgoing prisoner transfer 993B. We've got 3 Gomorian trespassers, a couple of spice peddlers, and our catch of the day, the legendary Deadeyes.
Looks like the Imperials already moved them.
Question is, where?
As per protocol, we've split the Deadeyes up and transferred them to off-world labor camps. I've encrypted the coordinates for their designated camps into this transmission. Those scum can spend the remaining years working off their debt.
Message ends there. Guess the imps don't make things quick for their POWs. Lucky us.
Make a copy of those coordinates.
On it. The encryption here is good. Too good. I can't crack it. Looks like we may need Balker's services again.
Sir, allow me to reiterate my pleasure at serving in your command. Since my Verbobrain was first activated, I have longed to engage the enemies of freedom directly. Under your noble leadership, I can finally fulfill the mission the Republic's peerless scientists designed me for.
It's good that you're so enthusiastic about our mission.
I can't take all of the credit for my enthusiasm, of course. I owe everything to my primary designer, Dr. Boab Deedon. Thanks to Dr. Deedon, I can understand the importance of our fight and the extent of the threats we face, and I can fight harder for it.
Could you introduce me to Dr. Deedon sometime?
I would be happy to do so, but Dr. Deedon's lab is highly classified. Even I don't know its actual location. If an opportunity to meet him ever comes, you will be the first person I inform, sir.
Off the holo with a very angry Imperial diplomat. Apparently, some Republic troopers broke into the Imperial Detention Center.
Hey, I just went to Hari's for a drink. They got a new waitress there. Real looker.
Don't get cute with me, Balker. You know something.
Is this a bad time?
On the contrary. Now I know exactly where to stick my foot. Senior Agent Zane, SIS. That little stunt you pulled ruined any chance we had of negotiating the Deadeye's safe return.
Check your facts, Zane. The Imperials already shipped them off-world.
It's Senior Agent Zane, thank you. And storming an Imperial facility, guns blazing, it makes things worse. Your involvement ends now. Clear?
As clear as a Hutta swamp on a foggy night.
Don't test me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got an Imperial ambassador to mollify. I trust you'll see yourselves off my planet.
What were you thinking coming back here? I told you I couldn't be connected to any of this.
We found some encrypted coordinates in the prison central computer. We think they'll tell us where the Deadeyes are.
Any chance you can decrypt those coordinates for us?
Not with Zane watching me. Look, a friend in Signal Intelligence owes me a favor. I'll put you in contact with him. He may be able to make something of those coordinates. It's the best I can do.
We couldn't have done this without Balker. I think you owe him your thanks.
Fine. Balker. Thanks.
Hey, anything for you, Jorgen.
I'll connect with Balker's contact once we get back to the ship. I'll report if I hear anything.